Your cat steps on you every single night, and the real reason it happens is nothing like what you've been assuming. Most people chalk it up to hunger, or just another example of cats doing whatever they feel like. But every single time your cat climbs across your body while you're unconscious, there is a specific, traceable reason behind it. Sometimes several reasons working at once. And the final one on this list isn't just fascinating, it's the kind of thing that genuinely shifts how you understand your relationship with your pet. Because understanding what's behind each visit is going to completely change how you see those midnight interruptions. Let's go through all of them. 1. They are running a biological status check on you. Here's something worth paying attention to the next time your cat does this. They don't distribute their steps evenly across your body. They aim specifically for your chest, your neck, your face. Almost exclusively those areas. Have you ever stopped to wonder why? Those are the exact zones where the signs of life are most physically detectable. Your ribcage rises and falls with every breath. Heat radiates from your mouth and nose. Your heartbeat can be felt vibrating through your sternum. When your cat presses a paw against your chest, they aren't being dramatic or affectionate in some clumsy way, they are running a check. Confirming, on their terms, that you're still alive and functional. This instinct traces back thousands of years through feline evolution. In the wild, sleeping beside a creature that has suddenly gone still is a serious warning. Animals who ignored that shift didn't survive long. So the behavior stayed wired in. Your cat inherited that same drive. During the day, you broadcast your presence constantly, you move, you speak, you react. The moment the house goes dark and you stop doing all of that, from your cat's point of view, you've basically gone offline. So they come to verify. Still breathing. Still warm. Still present. Your cat isn't disturbing your sleep. They're confirming you still have one. 2. Each step is a territorial declaration. Most cat owners assume their pet is just walking across them on the way to somewhere else. But here is what is actually happening with every single step. Cats carry scent glands in the soft pads of their paws. Every step leaves an invisible chemical signal behind, completely undetectable to human senses, but unmistakable to other animals in the same household. It's a territorial claim. A signature applied to everything they consider theirs. Think about your day. You leave the house, interact with other people, other environments, possibly other animals. By the time you slide under the covers at night, whatever your cat marked you with the evening before has been largely erased. So they start again. Deliberately and methodically, one careful step at a time, they reapply the claim. This happens more often in homes with multiple animals. When there is competition in the environment, the biological urgency to mark increases significantly. Research has shown that cats who share their home with other animals engage in territorial behaviors, scent marking included, at measurably higher rates than cats who are the sole pet in the household. The next time your cat paces across your body in the small hours of the morning, recognize what is actually taking place. They are not being inconsiderate. They are renewing their ownership of the most significant thing in their world. And that, without question, is a form of devotion. When your cat walks across you in the dark, they're writing their name on the thing they love most. 3. They heard something you completely missed. Picture this, you're in the deepest phase of your sleep cycle. No awareness, no consciousness, completely gone. And then, weight on your chest. You open your eyes. Your cat is sitting perfectly upright on your ribcage, ears rotated forward, eyes fixed on the bedroom wall with the intensity of someone tracking something on the other side of it. You heard absolutely nothing. Your cat heard something entirely real. Human hearing reaches approximately 20,000 Hz at its upper limit. A cat's auditory range extends well past 64,000 Hz, more than 3 times further. In practical terms, that means your cat regularly registers sounds that exist completely outside your perceptual range. Pipes shifting inside the walls. A vehicle slowing on a road 2 blocks away. An animal moving through the yard that hasn't produced anything you could hear yet. When they pick up one of those sounds, instinct sends them to the highest stable surface in the immediate space. At night, in your bedroom, that surface is you. You're elevated, you're warm, you're familiar. So they climb on and assess from there. Research published in the journal Animal Cognition demonstrated that cats can distinguish between familiar and unfamiliar sound sources even while in a resting state. They don't sleep the way we do. Part of their auditory system remains continuously active even when their body appears completely still and their eyes are fully closed. 4. Your body is their personal thermal map. Cats run a couple of degrees warmer than humans. Their resting body temperature sits between 38 and 39 degrees Celsius, which means they lose body heat faster than we do, particularly on cool nights when the ambient temperature in the house drops and there's no sunlight to absorb. When they need to recover that lost warmth, they search outward for a source. And the most reliable, most efficient external heat source available in any bedroom is you. But watch how they go about it. Your cat doesn't simply drop down somewhere on your body. They walk. Slowly. Across your legs. Over your hips. A pause on your stomach. A shift toward your chest. Occasionally continuing upward toward your neck. That entire wandering sequence that appears completely aimless is not aimless at all. The nerve endings in a cat's paw pads are extraordinarily sensitive to temperature differences. They're comparing heat output across different zones of your body, following the gradient upward until they reach the peak. Your core generates the most heat. That is why they end up reliably on your chest or abdomen rather than your feet or your shins. They have mapped out your body's thermal profile and know precisely where the best position is. This tendency intensifies in colder months. Not because your cat's feelings for you shift with the seasons, but because the gap between room temperature and their physiological needs widens, making your body heat correspondingly more valuable. 5. This is a deliberate, coordinated wake-up operation. Some nights your cat doesn't settle after the initial pass across your body. They walk on you, then position themselves squarely in your line of vision. Then produce a purr at the precise frequency that cuts straight through sleep. Then begin batting at your hand. Then cycle back through the whole sequence from the beginning. This is not affection. This is not random restlessness. This is a coordinated campaign with a clear objective. Cats are crepuscular, biologically primed for peak energy during the transitional hours around dawn and dusk. While you are in your deepest sleep somewhere around 5 in the morning, your cat is entering the most alert and energized window of their entire day. And they have needs that require your participation. In most cases, it comes down to one of two things. The first is food. Cats develop precise internal clocks calibrated around their regular feeding schedule. Research from the University of Zurich found that cats can anticipate mealtimes with accuracy falling within a 15-minute window. If you typically feed them at 6, expect the operation to begin no later than 5:45. The second is unspent energy. A cat who hasn't burned sufficient reserves during the day carries that surplus into the night. By early morning, it has to go somewhere. You are the most interactive and responsive object within reach. The error most owners make is responding. If you get up, feed them, or engage with them in any way, you have not resolved the problem, you have rewarded the method. Your cat learns very rapidly that applying direct pressure to your face at 5 in the morning produces the outcome they want. Once that connection locks in, expect it every single day without exception. 6. They are returning to where it all began. This is the one I want you to sit with for a moment. If your cat climbs onto your body at night and then begins pressing their paws in and out in a slow, rhythmic motion, the behavior people commonly call making biscuits, what you are watching is something that reaches all the way back to their very first hours of life. Kittens begin kneading against their mother within hours of birth. That repetitive pressure stimulates milk production. It is, in the most literal sense, one of the first deliberate acts they ever perform. And it is wired, at a fundamental neurological level, to warmth, nourishment, safety, and closeness. That behavior does not dissolve with age. It remains embedded in the system. So when your adult cat settles onto your chest in the dark and begins that slow rhythmic motion, what you are watching is their nervous system navigating back to the earliest version of security it has ever known. Your warmth. The rhythm of your breathing. The gentle rise and fall of your chest. All of it registers, somewhere deep, somewhere ancient in their wiring, as the safest place that has ever existed for them. To your cat, in that moment, in the dark, on your chest, you are home. If this shifted something in how you see your cat's nighttime behavior, go ahead and hit like on this video and subscribe to Pawsychology. Every video on this channel goes exactly this deep into the mind of your pet, and there is a lot more waiting for you.